Hi, welcome to another episode of I Am Trans News. I am your host, as always, Novana Beta, and today we're going to be talking about a trans woman who unfortunately committed suicide while she was in prison, in a Georgia prison, to be more precise. And it was pretty much a lot of mishandling from the prison guards and neglect from the prison guards that led to her committing her suicide. And because of that, her family was awarded $2.2 million in a wrongful death settlement. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and read just a little bit of this article and fill you in on what's going on, okay? So it says here, the family of a transgender woman who died by suicide following a stint in a Georgia state prison has landed a $2.2 million wrongful death settlement. The settlement, which was first reported by CNN on December 7th, was reached 4 years after Jenna Mitchell's death in a case that prompted her family to proceed in a federal civil rights lawsuit. It says here, they had a lawyer named they had an attorney named David, and they represented a different family, which was Leland Polanco. She was a trans woman who was in New York, and she was in the Rikers prison in 2009. If you don't know, her family did get a settlement for her, which was, I believe, $5.5 million. I'm just trying to scan real quick and see where that number was really quick so I can give you the exact number. Okay, it was 5.9. Okay, this Polanco case led to a $5.9 million settlement and the suspension of 17 Department Correction officers. Okay, now in Jenny's case, unfortunately, only one person got let go. They got fired, and his name was James Lee Roy Igou, and last name is Igou. All right, and he was a corrections officer, and he was let go because he made really offensive statements and very, I guess, if you're a correction officer, you should still have a certain manner and, demeanor, and you shouldn't just be saying crazy stuff to people, especially if you know that they have dementia and schizophrenia and gender dysphoria, as allegedly Jenny had, or it says it in the article. I don't know if she had that for real, so that's why I say allegedly. But it says here that one of the statements that he made to Jenny was that Jenny said that she was going to kill herself. She told them that she was going to kill herself, and the officer was walking away from her, I guess, after putting her in the cell. And, he basically said that, don't kill yourself until I get to see it. I want to get to see you kill yourself. Okay? So that was one of the statements that he made. And she also made statements to other inmates, and inmates tried to tell the officers, but they didn't care still. And basically one day, shortly after she was put back in quarantine, or self-isolation, when they put you in a cell by yourself and they kind of lock you in, you can't, you're then basically in this box, and you're in there for hours and hours every day. So, and that's not help. We all know that that's a terrible thing for someone that's happened to someone, especially if they're if it's a small charge like theft or something, and they're in there and they got all these conditions and they're in there losing their mind. It's terrible, and they don't care. besides just being trans, they don't care in general, and that's a really big problem. But I'm sorry, I got kind of sidetracked. But we'll go ahead and read a different part here. It says here, a lawsuit pointed to injuries on Mitchell's face that reflected physical violence, which was from her falling off the gurney. So, with the day that she died, she hung herself, and when the prison guards got there, so let's see, it was the cellmates. The cellmates yelled to the guards. The guards took a while to come. They took about 5 minutes, as they state in the article. Allegedly, they took about 5 minutes to get to her cell. Once they got to Jenny's cell, they saw that she had hung herself, and they did not try to get her out of the noose. And they said they didn't have the tool to do it because there's a special tool that you're supposed to use, but they didn't have that tool, so they left her there for an even longer time. And then eventually they got her down, took her to the hospital. She was alive but in a coma for 2 days before she died. And basically there was just a lot of evidence that the guards weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing. And unfortunately, only one person got fired, which was James. But there was someone else there who was like a Wallace Richardson. He was there as well, but he didn't get in trouble. But from the article, it says that he basically was only there maybe one incident or something like that of Jenny committing suicide, or saying she would commit suicide. And as I stated already, that case got $2.2 million in the settlement to the family. So my heart goes out to the family, and I'm happy they got justice. Now, one little last part I do want to say, if you watched one of my other videos with the trending news topics, I did talk about this trans woman named Ashley Diamond, and she's actually in the article, and so I wanted to read the paragraph that she's in really quick and then end it out on that note. If you're still here, thank you so much for still listening, and make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, okay? But let's see here. It says here, in September, the Department of Justice announced an investigation into the treatment of prisoners in Georgia, including LGBTQ people, in an Obama-era investigation once looked into sexual abuse by staff and prisoners in the state. Ashley Diamond, a transgendered woman who has been in the men's prison in the state of Georgia, says here that she's suing the department, or she has sued. Actually, I think she did sue. She's actually suing them again. So she's sued them a bunch of times already, and I think she sued them like twice, if I'm not mistaken. It's in one of the trending topic videos, but she sued them like twice, and I think she's suing them again currently because she has alleged multiple sexual assault cases, and really physical assault as well, because she was physically assaulted a lot as well from the article that I was reading, and they also are withholding her hormones. So she was mentioned in the article, so I just wanted to, make sure I say that part as well. So I want to thank y'all so much for watching and listening to the story in the article. Make sure that you give this video a like and give it a good comment, or whatever comment you want to give, whatever your thoughts are. And yeah, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're always alerted to the new content that I'm going to be posting up. And as always, I am Novana Beta, and this is I Am Trans News.